Yo, what's up ladies and gentlemen? Today in this video I just want to show you how to create this VFX object level animation inside Adobe After Effects. Stick around, let's jump on it. Alright, so now right click to import my image. Okay, so let me choose my image, guys. I have background image and book image. Guys, you have to make sure to shoot on the same background. Okay, so now let me create the composition. New composition. For this first composition, let me call it as a background. Okay, this is background composition. Click OK, and then let me create another composition. Let me name it as book. It's a book composition. Okay, and then I'm going to create another composition. So guys, this composition is main composition, the one which I'm going to use as main composition, guys. Okay, and then create. Okay guys, after creating those three composition, so now I'm going to move this book image on book composition. Okay, and then move this background image on background composition, right? So now guys, as you see here, this image is very big than my composition which I created. So now I'm going to try to reduce this, okay, this image. So let me use this scale. I can scale out for this image. Okay, it is 250. So back here on this book composition, then scale this image. Let me put it 50. Yeah, this is good. All right guys, so guys, you see here it is so looking good. So, and go here on this main composition. I'm going to take this background and book composition. I have to drag it on this main composition, right? So, and then let me move this book over the top for here, and then I'm going to click on this pencil. I'm going to mask this book, guys. As I told you, you have to shoot these two different images on the same background. Okay, so now let me mask my book. I have to mask this subject, guys. For me, I'm using the book. So now you can use anything you want. Okay, so it is called an object, guys. Okay, so you have to mask well your object well as possible. So yeah, it is done. So now back here on fit 100, you see guys, I'm done to mask. When you mute, you see guys, there is a background and there is a book layer. So now create the new composition. This composition, let me rename it as mate, the mate composition. Then click OK, and come here on rectangle, double click on this rectangular tool. So now you see how the stuff it is. Come here on fill. I'm going to choose the white background only. So I have to delete those all icons. Okay, so I just want one color, one background. Okay, so I have to delete all, then click OK, guys. You see I have the white background. So the things I'm going to do, I'm going to animate this background. Okay, so let me use position, click P, and let me add keyframe, and then let me jump like 4 seconds, and then I have to animate from left to the right, okay, until this rectangular shape will be disappeared. Okay, yeah, something like this. Okay, when you play, guys, you see this animation, but there is some error on my background. So let me choose pure white. I just want white, one color, guys. Okay, so for this one tool remains, I can, yeah, maybe this is white, this is a pure white. So let me increase this rotation for 100%, and this one too, and then press OK. So this is the pure background. Okay, this is looking good. That's great. Okay guys, so the things I'm going to do, I'm going to add the effect which is called the turbulence displace. So drag this turbulence displace and then drop it here on this shape layer 1. So you see guys how this turbulence displace it is, and then come here on effect settings of this effect. Let me try to reduce this amount of this effect. Let me put it like 20, 25, yeah, something like this, 27. Okay, so let me increase this size. Let me put it like to 300, yeah, 300 above, something like this. For this compressivity, I can, no, let me add a 10. You see guys, there is some big details, there are pure details on this complexity. This looks good. So back here on this main composition, and then click here on this book, duplicate it, and then let me mute for this first one, then click here on the second one, go here on the project, and then let me drag this matte composition above those books. Okay, so now click the second book, and then I'm going to link with this book with this matte composition, guys. Okay, so when I pray, you see this matte is already affected to my book composition. Okay, you see, but it is in the wrong direction. So now I have to click, you see guys how it is going. So I have to click this icon in order to be, yeah, this looks good, man. Okay, you see how this book is coming. Yeah, that's good, that's good. So now open up this matte. So for this matte, I'm going to rotate, cause this book, it will come from down to up. So now I have to rotate in this direction like this. Okay, and you also, you can rotate in any direction you want, right? So let me rotate in this direction, yeah, something like this. So okay, this is much better. Okay, the book will comes in this way. Yeah, yep, that's great. Yeah, that's great. So now I'm going to mute this matte composition, and when I try to play, guys, you see how this book is coming. This is so good, guys. Okay, so yeah, maybe this is the good rotation. Okay, yeah, this is enough. And then, so the things I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to click here on this book, open up this book. Okay, so, and I'm going to put it here on the top of this matte. Just open up. Okay, this book has no effect, this book composition has no effect. Click here on this matte again, guys, and then I'm going to duplicate it again, and then put this duplicated matte composition above this book composition, and then click here on a book, and then link with this matte, guys. Okay, you have to do the same as once, and then click here on this icon. You see, guys, the effect, it is the same. So now select those two layers, and then you have to pre-compose it, and then name it as edge. Okay, so now open up this gauge, guys. Okay, and then select it all. So let me duplicate once by one. Okay, duplicate this book, and then duplicate this matte composition. So now move the top this book. Okay, matte book. Okay, so now let me rename it, this one, as matte C, just matte copy. Yeah, and then let me rename this book again book C. It is book copy. Yes. Okay, and then select those two layers, and then link this book C with this matte C. Okay, and right click, go here on pre-compose. Let me name it as edge matte, right? Edge matte. Click OK, and then let me select those bottom 1, 2, and then pre-compose it, and I have to rename it as edge matte 2, right? So, and then place OK. That's great. After this, and then go here on effect, search the effect called the fill, then drop this fill on this edge matte 2. Guys, here you can change any color you want, but I'm going to use the red one. Okay, this red color. So go here on this edge matte. Okay, So now I'm going to jump like 1 or 2 frames. Okay, so let me jump 2 frames, right? So when I play, you see how this red is coming, guys. They're so good, man. But this edge method is too big. So now let me move one. Okay, so it is 1 frame. So now link this edge mate 2 with this edge mate layer. Okay, so now choose this icon. You have to click on this icon, guys. As you see here on my book, there is something remains because I don't want this stuff. I'm going to remove it by using this minimax effect. So now drag this minimax and don't drop it here on this edge mate 2, and then choose this minimum. For this channel you have to choose alpha, and then for this radius let me add like 2. Yeah, let me add 2. Yes, you see that stuff which I don't, it is disappeared. Back here on this main composition, guys. So for this main composition, click here on edge and then go here on normal, choose this add. You see how this red effect it is, and then move this edge down here on this book. Okay, this book composition, guys, and click here on this book and this mate, and then I'm going to jump like 1 frame. You see, I have to jump like 1 frame, and then come back here on this edge, go here on effect, and then search the effect called the glow. I'm going to add some glow on this edge effect. You see, guys, so let me try to increase this threshold. Can increase this threshold like 100 to 80. Just let me try to increase like 50 this radius, 53 this intensity. You see, guys, there is some glow here on this red effect. So now duplicate this glow. You see, guys, how this effect it is. Yeah, it has enough glow. Okay, so for one duplication I can reduce some few steps. Okay, you see how this glow it is. So enter this edge composition and then choose on this edge mate 2. Okay, guys, here there is, for here you can choose any color, guys, you want, guys. Okay, as I told you, for me I'm using red color. Just you can use blue, yellow, just it depends what color you want. So now back here on main composition, and then let me duplicate this glow 3. So it is too much, let me delete 1. Okay, the 2 glows, it is enough, fine. So duplicate this edge. So now move 1 edge here on the top, but I have to delete this glow for this edge duplication. And then I'm going to add some effect which is called CC. It is called the CC particle system 2. So and then drag this and then drop it on this edge 1. Guys, you see what is going on? Okay, come here on these effect settings and then open up this producer, physical, particle, random speed, longevity, so something like this. Okay, so now come here on this velocity, let me add like 0.1. guys, you have to make sure there is something changed on my video. And then for this gravity, let me add minus 0.1. okay, for this line particle type, I have to choose this faded sphere. Okay, for this birth size, let me try to put it like 0.1, and this depth size, let me add like 0.05. okay, guys, you see there is some small stuffs. Okay, and increase this max opacity, right? And for this birth color, guys, you have to choose same as color which is on this glow, okay, which is on this edge. So the things, and then you have to press okay. So for this depth color you have to choose white, right? So now let's come back here on this source alpha. You see, now I have to mute this. Okay, let me enable, right? So for this radius X, let me put it 50, same as this radius Y. Okay, and for this longevity, let me put it like 4. You see guys, there is some small pieces on my effect. Okay, so when I try to play, guys, you see how these small pieces it is coming on. So let me try to add more. Okay, for this radius Y. Okay, let me try to add more, but not too much. Okay, this is okay. And when I play, guys, you see how this is looking good. Okay, this is looking better. Yeah, this is good. Let me try to reduce it. Let me just add the 3.7. yeah, and this birth rate, let me put it on 6. And this one, just guys, you have to try to arrange well, just depend what the subject you are using on. Okay, so now I'm going to create an adjustment layer for adding shake on my effect. Okay, adjustment layer is already created, and then go here on effect, search the effect called transform. Let me type transform here on this effect, and then drop it here on this adjustment layer 1. And then let me add another effect called the slider control. This slider control, drop it here on this adjustment layer, guys. For this slider, guys, duplicate, it must be 2 slider control. Okay, so now hold the Alt on your keyboard and then click here on position. Hold the Alt, click here on this position, and then let me type the effect called wiggle. Just type wiggle, open and close bracket together. Okay, so now I'm going to link this expression position, this one, with slide 1. Okay, you have to put it here on slide 1, and then you have to add the comma. Just type comma on your keyboard and then link with this expression position with slide 2. Okay, fine. So now let me cross this adjustment layer, and then I'm going to animate using keyframe. So come back here where my animation is starting on, and then let me just open up this adjustment layer to find where my slide 1 slide 2 is located. Yeah, this is slide 1 slide 2, but first let me cross this transform and then open up this slide 1 and the slide 2. So now let me add the keyframe both slide 1 and slide 2. Okay, and then just let me jump like a few frames in the middle of this effect. Okay, guys, for this slide 1, let me add like 50, and this slide 2, let me add 10. Okay, and then go where this effect it is ended, and then let me just reset my slider control as put it as default number 00. Okay, so when I play, you see, guys, there is some shakes in my frame. Okay, when the effect is going on, there is some shakes, guys. This is looking good. This is so perfect, guys. Okay, close, guys. For here, just let me try, for example, when your animation it is too fast, guys. Remember, guys, I am using 4 seconds, so just open up this mate, guys. If you want to increase some speed or decrease, here you can increase the space or decrease by using this mate. Okay, so now when you play now, this effect is going too slow. So okay, so now I'm increased like 2 seconds, almost it is 6 seconds. So now here for this render control, you can come to add this keyframe where the effect is started and where the effect is ended, and you have to put this middle keyframe between on my effect. Okay, so let me pray and let me see how it is, guys. This is how you can create this effect, guys, inside in Adobe After Effects. Guys, if you like my video, please don't forget to subscribe and drop your comment down below. I just want to know what you think. I see you in next video. Peace.